إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Alhamdulillah, we are on the eve of the month of Ramadan, and the greatest act that the believer can engage in is the act of turning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is the act of turning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the greatest thing a believer can find in life is to find Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everything that we do in life is a means to turning to Allah and to finding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this month of Ramadan is a month of turning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and its ultimate purpose is of finding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? It is a month of works, but those works are means. Means have meanings to the extent that they are directed towards a purpose. What is the purpose? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To turn to Allah and to find Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this should be something that makes us reflect, that what am I seeking in this month of Ramadan? Many people make high resolves for the month of Ramadan. This month I'm going to do all my taraweeh. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. You plan out that, okay, I'm going to start praying my sunnahs. And you make a whole checklist. Some of you may actually download some checklist. And there's some good checklists out there. Islamic Relief Canada has an excellent checklist. And if you go to Islamic Relief Canada, Ramadan checklist PDF, you'll see an excellent checklist. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them for a really beneficial Ramadan guide. And there's other such checklists. But the nature of the human being is such that if you don't know why you're doing something, then you're either not going to do it, or you're not going to do it well, or if you start doing it, gradually you'll drift away because it doesn't make sense. Right? And every time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls us to action, He directs us, reminds us of what is the purpose behind that action. And what is the purpose? It is to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? It is to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to find Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is why in the Quran, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in amazing verses about fasting and the month of Ramadan, in Surah Al-Baqarah, starting from verse 183 or so. And I'm really bad with numbers, as you know. Right? After the verses on fasting that touch upon both the basis and the meaning and the reality and the benefits and the legal rulings and the dispensations of fasting, all in just a small number of verses, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes us back to the higher meaning. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. And if my servants ask you regarding me, my servants, those who have turned to me in action, those who do these things, that have been legislated. If my servants ask you regarding me, فَإِنِّي قَرِيب, I am indeed near. أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ, I answer the call of the one who calls upon me when they call. Right? So what is all our actions, right? All our actions are a calling upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? It's as if you're saying, هل تقبلوني? Do you accept me? It's like knocking on the door. أجيب دعوة الداعي إذا دعان, I answer the call of the one who calls upon me when they call. فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي, so let them answer my call. فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا, let them answer my call. So how do we approach the obligation of fasting? The sunnah of taraweeh, the encouragement of charity, the renewal of our commitment with respect to our obligatory prayer, our sunnah prayers, our renewal of our commitment to uphold good character, the renewal of our commitment to control our anger, to control our annoyance, to control our loose tongue, the renewal of our commitment to cease and desist from the haram and from heedlessness, to renew our commitment to the Book of Allah. All of these are answering the call of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي, let them answer my call. وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي, and let them truly believe in me. And these are the servants. This faith here, لِيُؤْمِنُوا بِي, and let them believe in me. Meaning, let them truly believe in me. Right? With the faith of commitment, with fruitful faith, with a faith that is living, that is conscious, that is aware of the one that you believe in. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ, so that they may be rightly guided. Rightly guided to what? Rightly guided to the reality of the closeness of Allah. فَإِنِّي قَرِيب, I am indeed near. So it's important to begin our thinking about this month, to start with this basic reality, that what are we seeking in Ramadan? We are seeking Allah. We are seeking Allah. Whenever we hear about someone dying, and it's not only the sunnah for death, it's, Allah tells us in the Quran, any musibah, any loss or distress, what do we say? Inna lillah, we are Allah's. Wa inna ilayhi raji'un, and to Him are we returning. Right? This is the realization of this month of Ramadan. May we cultivate it fruitfully, so that every act we do in this month, do it as an act of turning to Allah and finding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You find Him, it's like you're knocking on the door, He's promised it'll open. How and when? That's up to Him. That's up to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala.